Imagine a fish with a see-through head, or worm-like snakes that look like a certain male body part. You know what I mean. These are just some of the weirdest animals in the world we'll be looking at in today's video. So let's jump right in. At first, we've got the legendary shoebill stork. As the name suggests, this East African bird has a beak that looks just like a size 13 shoe. No joke, but it gets better. Not only does this bizarre bird rock the shoe-shaped snout, but it also stands at over 4 feet tall. That's taller than most kids watching this. And despite its giant size, the shoebill is one serious hunter. It will stomp through marshlands, searching for snakes, rodents, and even baby crocs to chomp with their power beaks. I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to run into one of these in the wild. Now check this weird fish out, the Pacific barrel-eye fish. This thing lives like 600 to 800 meters down in the darkest parts of the ocean. And get this, it's got a see-through head. I'm not kidding, you can literally see its giant eyeballs chilling inside its head. On top of its dome-shaped skull is this huge bubble. And inside the bubble, those freakishly big peepers, brains and all. Up next is an animal that's like the definition of a weird mashup. I'm talking about okapi, who's basically got the neck and head of a giraffe with the stripes of a zebra from the hips down. But here's the crazy part. It's actually more related to giraffes than zebras. It took scientists until 1900 to even discover this bizarre beast, as it lives way deep in the jungles of Africa. And trying to spot its camouflaged, patterned butt between the trees? Good luck. But lucky for us, a special place in Florida is helping save these weird zebra giraffes. White Oak Conservation will let you book a tour to get up close with their okapis. The long-wattled umbrella bird has the strangest birdly features of all. While the females don't look like anything special, the males are the real weirdos. They've got feet-long flaps of skin hanging off their necks like deflated balloons. Insane, right? But it doesn't end there. Not only do they walk around with these crazy waddles, they can actually control them, puffing them out huge or sucking them back in as they fly around. Scientists don't even know what the waddles are for. All we know is the ladies must think they're pretty fly. Up next, we've got a real-life Pokemon, the pink fairy armadillo. This thing looks like a fuzzy caterpillar mixed with a tiny lobster. And by teeny, I mean as long as a fun-sized candy bar. Despite its itty-bitty size, this armored cutie can zip through sand faster than you can say its crazy name. Scientists call it the sand swimmer for a reason. Just imagine a pink blob blasting through the desert, but its bubblegum hue isn't for show. Those scales actively heat and cool its body like a natural thermostat to help it survive the harsh climates of South America. The star-nosed mole has a whole constellation of pink tentacles forming a crazy circle around its schnoz. But it ain't just for looks. Those 25,000 tentacles are super sensory, letting this mole feel vibrations like a subterranean geologist. Adding to the weirdness, this mole is one of only 2 animals that can sniff underwater. It blows bubbles with its nose, then sucks them back in. And as if that wasn't bonkers enough, get this. It eats faster than the speed of sound. I'm talking less than 1/4 of a second for its whole meal. Have you ever seen a fish with human teeth? Often mistaken for a piranha, these weird animals are omnivores, eating both plants and meat. The pacu's square, straight teeth are mainly used to crush nuts and fruits that drop down into Amazonian rivers and streams from the trees above. But swimmers, beware! These nut-crunching fish have also been rumored to mistake human testicles for their favorite snacks, earning them the nickname testicle-eating fish or ball-cutter fish. Ouch! You guys are not going to believe how the beast of a creature the tiny mantis shrimp is. Even though it looks like just another weird little sea bug, don't let the size fool you. This thing punches harder than getting shot by a real gun. We're talking spring-loaded hammers that can swing faster than the speed of sound. No joke, their blows pack over 100 times their own body weight and power. And the craziest yet, these tiny punch monsters have been swimming around since before dinosaurs even existed. Up next is the ultimate mythical marvel of moths, the Venezuelan poodle moth. Yep, you read that right. It's literally a fluffy moth that looks like a mini poodle. Unlike your average bug, its halo of fur gives this guy an adorable allure straight out of an animated movie. No wonder everyone loses it over this cutie. What's even crazier is scientists only found it chilling in Venezuela back in 2009. And now it's time for something with an utterly unusual shape. I'm talking about the Atratochawana. This freaky little guy from the Amazon looks exactly like, well, you know. But get this, it's actually not a snake at all. This bizarre, alien-looking amphibian is more of a Sicilian. No arms, no legs, barely any eyes. Just a phallic body and some crazy tentacle sensors to catch prey underwater. Insane, right? Nature is straight up wildin' with this one. Next, we have an animal that basically has rolls of armor plating from head to toe. Just check out this scale-covered creature, not a patch of visible skin in sight. It can curl up into an actual living pine cone when threatened. Like, picture an armadillo morphing into a rock ball with a rock-solid defense mechanism. And get this, it's the only known mammal with this scaly superpower, but it doesn't end there. Pangolins also have crazy long tongues that they use like tweezers to slurp up ants and termites. Unfortunately, these funky fellows are under threat due to Chinese medical practices. Up next is one seriously strange sea creature, the narwhal. At first glance, you might think, unicorn whale? And you wouldn't be too far off, because these guys straight up have a giant spiral poker jutting out of their heads like some kind of magical horn or harpoon. You'll find these one-of-a-kind whales swimming around in the Arctic. And the crazy part? That poker thing is actually one of its teeth that just kept on growing into a tusk. Oh, and let me tell you, those tusks aren't just for show. Males use them to fight over mates, like in some crazy underwater sword battles. Pretty intense stuff. It's time for the undefeated champ of ugly animals, the blobfish. I mean, just take one look at this droopy dude. It's not hard to see why it won that title. But get this, those gelatinous goods aren't just for looks. This guy lives nearly a mile undersea, so its loose skin helps it withstand insane water pressures. Basically, it's evolved to survive deeper than any scuba diver ever has. While it might not win any beauty contests on land, down in the depths, this squishy face reigns supreme. Yet another reminder that beauty is skin deep, or I guess flesh deep. Finally, let me introduce you to the weirdest animal ever, the platypus. When scientists first got a look at this thing, they straight up didn't believe it was real. Like seriously, who could make up an animal with a duckbill, beaver tail, and otter feet mashed together? Only found in eastern Australia, this bizarre beast takes "what even are you?" to a whole new level. But it doesn't stop there. It's also a carnivorous egg-laying mammal, like some kind of backward Pokemon. And as if all that madness wasn't enough, the dude can also literally detect electricity from its prey through its bills. No other animal in the world does that either. And the males even have venomous leg spurs to top it all off. Like what even? Hands down, this living mythical monster takes the cake for the weirdest wildlife. So let us know in the comments which of these weird animals surprised you the most. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon for instant notifications so that you never miss a video from Factastic Trivia.